Let's get some epic Viking music playing, maybe a shot of towering statues of Norse gods. Welcome to Mythic Lounge, where we take ancient myths, shake them up, and serve them with a side of Viking-approved wisdom. If you love mythology, epic battles, and gods who probably should have gone to therapy, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, you don't want Odin side-eyeing you for skipping out. Ever wonder which Norse gods were running the show before Thor started hanging out with the Avengers? Well, strap in, because today we're diving into a world of warriors, magic, and gods with serious attitude problems. All right, let's dive into the top 15 Norse gods you need to know. 15th Ran, the ocean's deadly queen. You know how most sea gods are kind and protect sailors? Yeah, not Ran. She's the goddess of the sea, but instead of guiding ships to safety, she drags sailors to the depths with her magical net. Vikings believed if they drowned at sea, they'd end up in her hall, not Valhalla. So if you were a sailor in Norse times, your best bet? Learn how to swim aggressively. 14. Sol, the OG sun charioteer. Sol is the goddess of the sun, and her job is pretty straightforward. She literally drives the sun across the sky in a flaming chariot. But here's the catch. She's being chased non-stop by a giant wolf named Skuld, who really wants to eat the sun. Talk about workplace hazards. If he ever catches her, boom, Ragnarok begins. No pressure, Sul. 13th Mani, the moon guy. Mani, Sol's brother, drives the moon across the night sky, doing the same commute but in the evening shift. He's also being chased by a wolf because apparently in Norse mythology, celestial bodies are just fast food for giant wolves. But hey, at least Mani doesn't have to deal with sunburns. 12th Hel, the not-so-fun queen of the dead. Hel is Loki's daughter, and she got the short end of the stick, literally. Half of her body is alive, the other half is a corpse. She rules Helheim, the underworld where people who didn't die in battle end up. If you went down in a glorious fight, congrats, you get Valhalla. If not, cold, misty Helheim for you. Vikings didn't play around with their afterlife options. 11th. Idun, the eternal youth dealer. Idun is the keeper of golden apples, and no, not the kind that get you a new iPhone every year. These apples keep the gods young and immortal. One time she was kidnapped, and the gods immediately started aging like spoiled milk. Moral of the story, never lose the apple supplier. Gishonte Bragi, the rap battle god. Bragi, the god of poetry and wisdom, was basically Asgard's top lyricist. He was the one hyping up warriors with epic battle songs and tales of heroism. His name literally means poetry, and he was so smooth with words that he married Idun, the apple goddess. That's right, poets really do get the best girls. 9. Heimdall, the ultimate security guard. If the Bifrost, aka the Rainbow Bridge, had a security system, Heimdall would be the entire system. This guy has golden teeth, can hear grass grow, and literally never sleeps. He's the watchman of the gods, standing guard 24/7 to make sure giants don't crash Asgard's party. If you thought your job was exhausting, imagine never taking a nap, ever. 8. Njord, the god of boats and bling. Njord is the god of the sea, wealth, and prosperity, which makes sense because back in Viking times, if you controlled the ocean, you controlled the loot. He was also married to Skadi, the goddess of winter, but here's the thing, they hated each other's houses. She loved the mountains, he loved the sea. They tried compromising, but in the end, they just split. Turns out even gods can't fix a relationship built on bad real estate decisions. 7. Freyr, the chill god of fertility. Freyr is the Norse god of peace, prosperity, and fertility. Basically, he's the guy you pray to if you want a good harvest and a good love life. He rides a golden boar named Gullinbursti and owns a ship that folds itself like IKEA furniture. Sounds cool, right? Well, he once gave away his magical sword for love, which, spoiler alert, was a really bad move when Ragnarok hit. 6th Tyr, the one-handed war god. Tyr is the god of war and justice, and if there's one thing you need to know about him, it's that he does not hesitate. When the gods needed to bind Fenrir, the giant wolf, Tyr was the only one brave enough to put his hand in the wolf's mouth as a distraction. Surprise, surprise, Fenrir bit it off. And Tyr, he just shrugged it off like an absolute legend. 5. Loki, the chaos machine. Loki is the god of mischief, chaos, and bad decisions. Sometimes he helps the gods, sometimes he ruins everything for fun. Oh, and let's not forget, he once gave birth to an 8-legged horse. Yes, gave birth, as in he turned into a female horse, got pregnant, and boom, baby horse. Look, Norse mythology doesn't do normal. 4. Frigg, the queen of foresight. Frigg is Odin's wife, queen of Asgard, and the goddess of wisdom and foresight. She's one of the few who can tell Odin when he's being an idiot and get away with it. She also tried to protect her son Baldur from dying, but thanks to Loki, that didn't go so well. Still, she remains one of the most powerful goddesses in Norse mythology. 3. Baldur, the Norse golden boy. Baldur was basically Asgard's golden child, handsome, kind, invincible, until Loki tricked someone into throwing mistletoe at him, which turned out to be his only weakness. Yep, killed by a holiday decoration. Imagine being a mighty Norse god and going out like that. 2. Thor, the thunder juggernaut. Thor, god of thunder and epic hammer-related beatdowns, was basically Asgard's bouncer. Unlike the Marvel version, he was a redhead and way more of a Viking party animal. Fun fact, he once dressed as a bride to trick a giant into giving back Mjolnir. And guess what? It worked. Never doubt a man who can rock a wedding dress and still be terrifying. 1. Odin, the All-Father, the Boss, the Beard. And finally, Odin, the King of the Gods. He's got one eye because he traded the other for wisdom, 2 ravens that spy for him, and he personally chooses warriors for Valhalla. He's the god of war, wisdom, poetry, and basically everything badass. In short, the ultimate Norse power move. And that's it. 15 epic Norse gods in all their glory. Which one's your favorite? Drop it in the comments. And if you love mythology, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, because Odin would want you to. Thanks for watching Mythic Lounge. Until next time, Skull.